Hey everybody, it's Mike with the Chamber, and we are again in our Member Minute. And I have today joining me in the box, Mr. Bobby Tillman with Special Webs. Bobby, how are you? And what does Special Webs do?
Doing good, Mike. Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity to be a part of this. My name is Bobby Tillman. I own a company called Special Webs Company. We started the business in actually January the 1st, 1996. So we've been at this for quite a while. Uh, Special Webs Company in its infancy was trying to get people acclimated to the new internet function that was coming on the scene. This is looking back in 1996. There wasn't a lot of internet activity back then. And really, no one, I don't think, at that time realized how prolific it's going to be and how big of a thing it would actually turn into. But we started out just simple HTML coding and putting websites together, and it kind of developed from there. Of course, we still use WordPress, all sorts of the later technologies. And we also do video productions. We go out and record videos for political candidates, for businesses. We do some professional quality video productions. We also go out and record various events. And pretty much social media, anything related to online services to help a business promote themselves is what we do.
Now, promoting business online and web presence and things like that, but you also do a little bit of, the best way to put it is all my old VHS tapes that have things on them. I take them to you and you can make them magically into something I can put on my computer. What is that?
Oh, we are, yes, show and tell time. We have, probably you guys have seen these VHS tapes. We can take those and we can convert those into a digital format. This is a what I call a VHS-C. This is what people put in their cameras back, 20 years ago or 15 years ago or something maybe like that. It's a VHS format. We can take those tapes. They actually, this tape actually goes on a little player thing in the bottom of a player like this, the tape holder like this, and stick it in your machine and you can record it. Going back a little further, those of you that might be old enough, because good Lord, people, these are not video, but these are analog, and people have, this is what you stuck in your tape player in your car, in your house, whatever, listen to music on. And we can take those and copy those off into a digital format. Going back even another generation, this is really showing people's age here. Most people probably don't even know what that is. I've showed this before. Reel tape. And this was a standard of the industry back in the 40s and 50s, for audio recordings, not video. But we could take all those, if you found some stashed away in the closet or in the attic or something like that. Hopefully not in the attic, because if they were in the attic, they will probably be no good. They got hot. But we can take those and digitize those for you. That's one of the functions we have. And can I share this screen? I'll show you a couple of, let's see here. This is, get on here. This is our studio where we do our video editing. These are editor screens. Let's see here. This is where we take the video, the VHS tapes. We can take those and copy them. We also have a 3/4 inch professional machine that's what TV stations use for all their video recordings and editings. This is where we take the real tapes and copy those off and digitize those. So that's just some of the stuff that we do here. Well, let me get off the share screen. There we go.
You know, you had me all the way back to that last one. Up until then, I was very familiar with all of those. I actually have mixtapes still sitting around the house, but it's great that those can now be captured. And like you said, you don't want the ones that have been in the attic because they're probably stuck together. But it is a great way to, it's a piece of what you do. But it really takes a lot of people's memories that they don't know what they're going to do with them, and puts them on a perfect, now modern, accessible place. And that's a cool part of what you do. Now, you joined the Chamber, and you have a pretty interesting story of what brought you to the Chamber, to the Wylie Chamber, and eventually you joined after that. But what was that all about? What brought you here a few years back?
Well, I was president of the Saxony Historical Society for a few years, and we were trying to figure out something that we could do for Veterans Day in November of a few years ago, 2017. And I thought, well, you know, I'd heard about this Vietnam Wall memorial that travels around the country. So I asked a friend of mine, Danny, that worked with there, said, you know, what do you think about it? Well, she had a good idea. So I called, went up and talked to the mayor, Felix, and he said, well, that seemed like a real good idea. So he contacted the city manager, Gina. We thought, well, okay, let's check that sucker out. So we looked into it a little bit further. Well, it usually takes about 2 to 5 years to get them to come because their schedule is so full. And I wound up being on a grand jury in Dallas for 3 months. So I had a gentleman, Jim Mathis, to say, hey, could you kind of help out on this deal and see if you could kind of coordinate it for us? One day he called and he said, Bob, they had called me back and said they have a cancellation on Memorial Day 2017. Do you think that would be something that would be interesting? I said, the Vietnam Wall Memorial on Memorial Day, couldn't be any better of a situation for us. So we pursued that and it came to fruition. This is, we brought it to town. This is, I'm not sure, I don't have this in the digital format. It probably would help if I turned it up the right way. This is the picture of it where we had it set up in front of City Hall. We had the Vietnam Wall Memorial was what's in this V right here. And then the crowd for the Memorial Day, we actually shut down the tour during the Memorial Day program, but there was, we counted over 8,000 people that came through that, and we had probably more like 10,000. Well, to get the point Mike was at, to promote that event, I went to all the city police departments because we had a police escort bring them all in town. And I went to the Wylie and Murphy business card exchanges to kind of promote this. Well, I had such good response from the clients and folks that I met there that I just kept going. So I'm still here. This is a few years later, and it was a very pleasant experience being able to network with folks in the community. It's actually Wylie and Murphy, we're more like siblings rather than rivals, so it's kind of a good synergistic adventure, I think, to be part of a group that we can go. But that's how we wound up joining the Wylie Chamber and have been, you know, pretty much at all the events since then.
Absolutely, yes. Bobby is, you're a Wednesday morning stalwart, whether we're doing it online or whether we're doing it in person. And I remember you coming around with that and just enjoyed the fact that you stuck around. And I think you brought a lot to our members, and it's just a pleasure having you. And Bobby, you got anything else to close? Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I just appreciate being part of the community and being able to help some. We've been in the area for a little over 30 years now, and we lived in Saxe for 30 years. And of course, like I mentioned a moment ago, Saxe, Wylie, Murphy, we're all kind of more like brothers and sisters than we are anything else in the community. And it's been a blessing to be part of it. We are Christians, and we feel like that's one of the most important things we can do is to express our Christian belief and try to be a good steward of God's word. And we try, but we love being part of this community. And we thank you, Mike, for including us in this member minute. I probably talked way past a minute. That's kind of my trademark, I guess, but we appreciate it very much. And you have a good day. God bless you.
Thank you, Bobby. And that's Bobby Tillman with Special Webs, and he has been in the member minute, and we do appreciate it.
Thank you.